Progressives, this is your trigger warning.
Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. From Manhattan, the district attorney in the Donald Trump indictment grand jury has canceled the grand jury for the rest of the week. And questions grow about looming indictment. Manhattan grand jury members were told not to show up to court on Thursday. Sources tell Daily Mail the prosecutors are having trouble convincing the jury. Well, let's see why they're having trouble. This is concerning Michael Cohen. I am writing on behalf of my client. Now, I see it's dated in 2018, specifically to set a response to the complaint number, which was filed with the Federal Election Commission by Common Cause and Paul Ryan. Remember Paul Ryan, that piece of garbage. In a private transaction in 2016 before the U.S. presidential election, Mr. Cohen used his own personal funds to felicitate a payment of $130 to Ms. Stephanie Clifford, a.k.a. Stormy Daniels. Neither the Trump organization nor the Trump campaign was a party to the transaction with Ms. Clifford, and neither reimbursed Mr. Cohen for the payment directly or indirectly. Contrary to the allegations of the complaint, which were entirely speculative, neither Mr. Cohen nor Essential Consultants, LLC, made any in-kind contributions to Donald J. Trump for President, Inc., or a other presidential campaign committee. Mr. Cohen has not been a government employee during any of the relevant time period. The payment in question does not constitute a campaign contribution or expenditure, and therefore, the Federal Election Commission lacks jurisdiction over this matter. The complainants have not and cannot present any evidence to the contrary. Accordingly, the complaint should be dismissed. Signed, Stephen M. Ryan, counsel for Michael Cohen. It's amazing. And also, a former lawyer for Michael Cohen, Costello, said that Cohen lied to the grand jury. He lied on TV, saying that he never released the fiduciary letter between client and attorney, and he signed a release and he showed it on Fox. So this whole thing is just hot air to drop the Stormy Daniels hush money case as the grand jury was canceled for the rest of the week. The ex-president posted a fired-up message on Truth Social insisting he is innocent and called Michael Cohen a nut job with zero credibility as the decision in the case pushed back. Everybody knows I'm 100% innocent, including Bragg, but he doesn't care. He's just carrying out the plans of the radical left lunatics. Our country is being destroyed as they tell us to be peaceful. And you see Bragg there, Alvin Bragg. Frankly, I'm surprised Trump hasn't called him and some of the prosecutors in Manhattan Alvin and the Chipmunks, because his name is Alvin Bragg. I'm surprised Trump hasn't picked that up yet. So anybody that knows anybody in the Trump campaign, pass that along. I'll give you that one for free. And it's just a picture of the grand jury. Many people, including Trump, expected the former president to be indicted this week, but an official confirmed to the Daily Mail that Bragg canceled the grand jury on Wednesday and Thursday. It remains unclear why the grand jury is not reconvening for the rest of the week amid reports that the panel needs to hear from the final witness before levying a judgment. They're looking for more evidence. Just the opposite of American justice. If a crime is committed, you go to court. But a crime isn't committed and you want to go after the person, you go after the person and look for a crime after. That's what Soviet Union, Russia did. And that's what third world countries do. Find me a man, I'll find you a crime, I believe was the old KGB agent's mantra. It's amazing. One source told Daily Mail they're having trouble convincing the jury to swallow the case. It's a weak case and has caused division in the DA's office. Even basically soulless progressive Democrats in the DA's office are going, wait a minute. This is BS. It's amazing. Other reports suggest the DA's office could contemplate a change in strategy. I like that. Like what? All 36,000 New York City Police Department officers were put on alert this week, told in a memo Monday to be in uniform and on standby for deployment. The men and women in uniform have maintained a heightened presence around the courts in Manhattan this week, with both pro and anti-Trump protests ascending in the Big Apple. And you see some bomb-sniffing dogs and some NYPD going around the building. I love this huge sign. Trump lies all the time. Now, that looks very much like very thick plastic or canvas. A sign that big cost a crap load of money. I'm wondering who paid for it. It would be interesting to find out. Now, let's check out how Trump is doing since then. Trump raises $1.5 million for presidential campaign since warning of arrest in looming New York City incident. Former President Donald Trump works to use the looming indictment for 2024 campaign advantage. Yeah. You know, these guys just don't get it. If Trump is, they say, oh, he's going to be easy to beat. He's easy to beat. Why are they trying to get rid of him so badly? What are they really afraid of? They're afraid he has an excellent chance of winning, and they're scared to death because the jig is up for them as soon as Trump is sworn in as president again. Let's read on. Former President Donald Trump is quickly capitalizing and cashing in on his escalating legal predicaments. Trump's 2024 presidential campaign confirmed to Fox News they held in $1.5 million in grassroots funding in the last 3 days, following the former president's warning on Saturday that he may face an imminent indictment and potential arrest in connection with looming criminal charges from a district attorney in New York City. The former president's campaign aggressively sprang into action following Trump's social media post, which sparked a firestorm of media attention. The team set out a slew of fundraising emails and videos spotlighting the likely indictment from Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg. We all know about the money paid to Stormy Daniels. If current Democratic regime can get away with threatening to arrest its biggest political opponent, then a once great republic will have fully descended into third world tyranny, Trump's campaign said in a fundraising letter. I agree. The email which solicited donors told supporters, "You're our country's only hope. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope." And in a fundraising video on social media, Trump said, "If you are doing poorly, as many as you are, do not send anything. If you are doing well, which was made possible through the great policy of the Trump administration, send your contribution." Another campaign email urged supporters to sign a petition that aims to compile millions and millions of petition signatures from Americans like you condemning these threats of possible arrest. Yeah, you know, Trump has long been the most potent fundraiser for the GOP. The former president brought in roughly $9.5 million in fundraising in the 6 weeks following his mid-November campaign launch. A respectable figure, but less than the $12 million fundraising committee held and during 6 weeks prior to his announcement he was running for a third time for the White House. Yep, and there's the announcement there. He's shaking one of the biggest months of campaign from a finance standpoint, a Trump advisor who has to be anonymous to speak more freely told Fox News. And we can go through the rest, but, you know, Trump has handed off political persecution narratives in the past. Last year, Trump saw a jump in fundraising and common and public opinion poll numbers after capitalizing on the FBI search for classified documents at his home. They're going to keep on doubling down. The Democrats, I should say the progressive Democrats, they know the jig is up. They have to keep doubling down. They have to keep doubling down. And they see that they're losing. And to lose to all people but to Donald Trump again. Not just in public relations and social media, but lose to him in a general election. They see the handwriting on the wall. The Republicans hold a slim majority in the House of Representatives. they should pick up another 10, 12 seats easily in 2024. And 2/3 of the senators that are up for re-election in 2024 are Democrats defending their seats. It looks pretty bad. Even the most staunch Democrat strategists are saying this looks bad for the House and the Senate. And if Trump wins the presidency and the Republicans control the House and the Senate, these guys better start changing their name and go hide in another country, because retribution is coming. How's the saying go? Revenge is a dish best served cold. Until the next time, goodbye and good luck.